If you're over 40 and looking in the mirror wondering when casual clothes started making you look older than you feel, you're not alone. I get it. You want to be comfortable. You want to look put together. But somewhere along the way, casual became code for giving up on style. And now you're stuck in this weird middle ground where you either feel overdressed or like you're wearing your dad's weekend uniform. The fact that you clicked on this video tells me you're ready to figure this out. That already puts you miles ahead of most men who've just accepted that comfort means looking invisible. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to dress casually while still looking modern, confident, and like the accomplished man you are. We're talking about 7 specific upgrades that'll have people wondering what changed about you in the best possible way. Style Upgrade 1. Master the modern casual shirt game. Let's start with the foundation piece most men over 40 get completely wrong: the casual shirt. Here's what's happening. You walk into any store and you see 2 options: dress shirts that feel too formal for weekend errands, or those boxy, shapeless polos and button-downs that seem designed to hide your entire torso. The problem with most casual shirts marketed to our age group is they're cut like tents. The shoulders sit too wide, the body billows out, and the length hits at exactly the wrong spot. You end up looking like you borrowed clothes from someone 2 sizes bigger. But here's the thing. A well-fitted casual shirt can make you look 10 years younger and infinitely more pulled together without feeling overdressed. Look for shirts with a tailored cut through the body. Not tight, but following your natural silhouette. The shoulder seam should hit right at your actual shoulder, not hanging off like a coat hanger. And here's a detail most men miss. The sleeve length matters. Your sleeves should end right at your wrist bone, not bunching up or extending past your hand. When it comes to colors and patterns, this is where you can have some fun while staying sophisticated. Solid colors in navy, charcoal, olive, or burgundy work every time. If you want patterns, think subtle. Small checks, thin stripes, or understated prints that don't scream for attention. The emotional shift is immediate. When your shirt fits properly and feels intentional, you carry yourself differently. You're not constantly adjusting or feeling self-conscious. You just feel right. But if that level of precision feels a bit much for your everyday style, this next upgrade might be exactly what you're looking for. Style Upgrade 2. Ditch the cargo shorts for tailored casual pants. Now that we've got your top half sorted, let's talk about the bottom half. And I need to address the elephant in the room: cargo shorts. I know. They're practical. They hold everything. Your phone, your keys, your wallet. That random receipt from 3 weeks ago. But here's the reality. Cargo shorts instantly age you by about 15 years and broadcast to the world that you've given up on looking contemporary. The same goes for those pleated khakis that seem to be the default nice casual pant for men our age. They're doing you no favors. Here's what works instead. Well-fitted chinos or casual pants with a clean, flat front. The key is in the fit. They should sit comfortably at your natural waist, not hanging low on your hips like you're still in college. The legs should be straight or slightly tapered, not billowing out like parachute pants. And the length? This is crucial. Your pants should either hit right at your shoe with no break or have a subtle break that doesn't create bunching and excess fabric. Colors like navy, charcoal, olive, and classic khaki work in almost every situation. These aren't trendy colors that'll date you. They're classics that look intentional and polished. For shorts, stick to 7 to 9-inch inseams in similar colors. They should hit just above your knee, not mid-thigh like you're headed to the gym. And not so long they're basically capri pants. The transformation is remarkable. Clean lines make you look taller, leaner, and infinitely more put together. People notice, even if they can't quite put their finger on what changed. Of course, great pants need the right foundation, and that brings us to something most men completely overlook. Style Upgrade 3. Upgrade your footwear foundation. Let's talk about shoes. Because this is where I see the biggest missed opportunities for men over 40. You've probably got the work shoes handled, dress shoes for the office, maybe some nice loafers for dressier occasions. But when it comes to casual footwear, something strange happens. Suddenly, it's all about pure function, with zero consideration for style. I'm talking about those chunky white athletic shoes that look like they belong in a medical supply catalog. Or beat-up sneakers that were probably cool 15 years ago but now just look tired. Or worse, sandals with socks. Here's what you need to understand. Your casual shoes are doing more heavy lifting than you realize. They're either elevating your entire outfit or dragging it down to look dated and disconnected. The solution isn't complicated, but it makes all the difference. Invest in casual shoes that look intentional. Clean, minimal sneakers in leather or suede work beautifully. Think classic white leather sneakers, or ones in gray, navy, or brown that coordinate with your usual color palette. If sneakers feel too casual for your lifestyle, consider clean, modern casual shoes like desert boots, loafers without excessive detailing, or sleek leather slip-ons. The key is avoiding anything too chunky, too technical looking, or covered in logos and branding. And here's a detail that matters more than you might think: keep them clean. Scuffed, dirty shoes instantly undermine everything else you're doing right. A quick wipe down makes a huge difference. When your shoes look intentional and well-maintained, your entire outfit feels more polished. People subconsciously notice and assume you pay attention to details in other areas of your life too. But even perfect shoes won't save you if you're making this next common mistake that instantly broadcasts your age. Style Upgrade 4. Rethink your outerwear strategy. Let's talk about jackets and outerwear, because this is where I see so many men over 40 defaulting to options that add years instead of style. The typical pattern goes something like this. It gets chilly, so you reach for that puffy vest you've had since the early 2000s, or that oversized fleece that makes you look like you're about to clean out the garage. Maybe it's a windbreaker that's seen better days, or a leather jacket that's trying too hard to recapture your younger self. Here's the thing about outerwear. It's often the first thing people see, and it sets the tone for your entire look. Get it wrong, and even perfect clothes underneath won't save you. The modern approach is to think about outerwear as the finishing touch that pulls everything together, not just something to keep you warm. A well-fitted bomber jacket in navy or olive can work over everything from a casual shirt to a lightweight sweater. It's contemporary without being trendy, and it adds structure without bulk. A clean, tailored casual blazer in an unexpected fabric like cotton or linen blend gives you instant sophistication while still feeling relaxed. Skip the traditional wool business blazers for casual wear. They send mixed signals. For colder weather, consider a sleek wool overcoat instead of that puffy parka, or a modern take on classic outerwear like a field jacket or pea coat that's been updated with contemporary fits and details. The key is avoiding anything too busy, too logo-heavy, or too obviously practical. You want outerwear that looks like you chose it intentionally, not grabbed whatever was closest to the door. When your outer layer looks deliberate and modern, it frames everything else beautifully. You look like someone who understands that style doesn't stop just because the temperature drops. Now, if outerwear is your finishing touch, then accessories are where you can really show your personality, but only if you avoid this crucial mistake. Style Upgrade 5. Accessorize like an adult, not a college student. Accessories for men over 40 require a completely different approach than they did in your 20s and 30s. What worked then can actually work against you now. I'm talking about those chunky sports watches with more functions than a smartphone, baseball caps with logos plastered across the front, or sunglasses that look like they belong on a race car driver. The issue isn't the accessories themselves, it's that they're often chosen based on pure function or old habits, without considering how they affect your overall image. Here's the mature approach. Choose fewer accessories, but make them count. A quality watch with a clean design speaks volumes about your attention to detail. It doesn't need to track your heart rate or sync with your phone. It just needs to look intentional and well-made. Leather strap, metal bracelet, or even a high-quality fabric strap can work, depending on your style. If you wear glasses, they should enhance your face, not hide it. Frames that are too small make you look like you're borrowing someone else's glasses. Frames that are too large can overwhelm your features. The right size and shape can actually make you look more distinguished and confident. Sunglasses follow the same principle. Classic shapes like aviators or wayfarers in quality materials look timeless. Avoid anything too trendy or sporty unless you're actually engaged in sports. And about baseball caps, if you're going to wear one, make sure it's for a reason beyond hiding a bad hair day. A clean, unstructured cap in a neutral color can work, but skip the mesh trucker hats or anything with excessive branding. The goal is to look like your accessories were chosen thoughtfully, not grabbed randomly. Each piece should feel like it belongs with the rest of your outfit and reflects your personality without overwhelming it. but accessories are just the final details. If you want to make a real impact, you need to master this next element that most men our age get backwards. Style Upgrade 6. Perfect the art of layering. Layering is where most men over 40 either play it too safe or go completely wrong. You either see guys in the same button-down shirt and khakis uniform every day, or you see layering attempts that look like they got dressed in the dark. The problem is that layering gets complicated fast, and when you're not confident about it, it's easier to just stick with single pieces and call it a day. But here's what you're missing. Proper layering is what separates men who look put together from men who look like they're just wearing clothes. Start simple. A well-fitted t-shirt or Henley under a casual button-down shirt worn open creates visual interest without looking like you're trying too hard. The key is ensuring both pieces fit well individually. Baggy layers just create bulk. A thin sweater or lightweight cardigan over a casual shirt adds sophistication while still feeling relaxed. Choose colors that work together, not necessarily matching, but complementary. Navy and gray, olive and cream, burgundy and charcoal. For transitional weather, try a casual shirt under a sweater with just the collar visible. It adds a polished detail without formal stiffness. The crucial part most men miss is proportion. If you're wearing multiple layers, they should work together to create a clean silhouette, not add bulk in weird places. Avoid thick layers under thick layers. It never looks intentional. Color coordination matters too, but it doesn't mean everything has to match perfectly. Think about creating a cohesive palette rather than exact matches. This looks more sophisticated and less like you bought everything from the same display. When layering works, you look like someone who understands style intuitively. When it doesn't, you look like you're wearing a costume or hiding in your clothes. And speaking of looking intentional rather than accidental, this final upgrade might be the most important of all. Style Upgrade 7. Develop your personal style signature. Here's the thing that no one talks about when it comes to style after 40. You don't need to follow every trend, but you do need to look like you have a point of view. The biggest mistake I see men our age making is defaulting to completely generic choices. Everything matches, nothing stands out, and the overall effect is invisible. You look fine, but forgettable. The opposite extreme is just as bad, trying to dress like you're still 25, incorporating every trend you see younger guys wearing, and ending up looking like you're having a midlife crisis. The sweet spot is developing a signature approach that feels authentically you while still looking current and intentional. Maybe your signature is always wearing an interesting watch with clean, simple clothes. Maybe it's incorporating one unexpected color into otherwise neutral outfits. Maybe it's having perfectly tailored basics in a specific color palette that you've made your own. The key is consistency without being boring. People should be able to look at an outfit and think, "That's so him," without being able to predict exactly what you'll wear. This might mean investing more in fewer pieces that you absolutely love, rather than filling your closet with fine options. It might mean paying attention to fit above all else, or choosing quality fabrics that feel as good as they look. Your signature style should reflect who you are now, not who you were 20 years ago, or who you think you should be. It's about looking like the best, most confident version of yourself, rather than like you're playing a character. When you nail this, something interesting happens. People start asking where you shop or commenting that you always look put together. More importantly, you feel more confident because your clothes actually reflect your personality and lifestyle. Look, the right clothes won't just change how other people see you, they'll change how you see yourself. When you feel confident in what you're wearing, when everything fits properly and feels intentional, you carry yourself differently. You're not constantly adjusting your clothes or second-guessing your choices. You're just comfortable in your own skin. If you want more style insights like these, practical advice that actually works for real life, not Fashion Week, hit that subscribe button. And I'm curious, what's the one piece in your current wardrobe that you're now thinking might be working against you? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and your questions often inspire future videos. Remember, looking good isn't about age, it's about intention, and you've got this.